Hello everybody and welcome to Cabot with the Controller. My name is Hokucho and we are going to be doing a Let's Play and Let's Look At of Unholy Heights. We're going to start out with the introductory phase of this game, and basically it is a management real-time strategy game, as I like to put it. They call it tower defense, but I don't think that's really the case in here. Unholy Heights gives you the role of the devil, who is trying to achieve world domination through accepting tenants into his newly bought hotel in the projects. And we do this by adhering to their needs, charging them rent, evicting them when they become deadbeats, and so on and so forth. So, let's go ahead and start here. Gonna do a new game. I've played this for a couple days now, and it's an extremely addictive game here. So, there's our devil guy. We're actually not going to see him too often, but he is Satan. I love the caricature of him. He doesn't actually fight or anything like that, which is the other half of this aspect. We do hotel management by letting people into these rooms here, but we also have to deal with people coming into attack. So this cheapie here wants to have a room. I'm going to go ahead and let him have one. And I am going to move him using the room change button from room 3 to room 1, just for simplicity's sake, because he is a melee fighter, as indicated by that sword, followed by his physical defense and his magical defense. And now he's going off to work so he can earn his rent. And as we have people come by, we'll have these kind of guys running up to the board here, seeing if they want to hop in here and if they're interested in finding a room. If not, they'll walk away. We do this by modifying the homes, which if we look at Chunyun here, he thinks the room is awesome, and he's currently unemployed. So what I'm actually going to do, because I don't want him to run into too much debt and skip town, because I've had a lot of people do that actually, with cheapies, is that I'm going to lower the rate a little bit so he still has to pay us something, but with his unemployment rate he might be able to still pay what he owes us. Now, our money is located here. That's how much we can spend on commodities, as well as doing things like extending our building, which is important because then we get more tenants. Now, the boss chief here says we need to defeat the gang leader before starting construction, and we need 1,500 gold to do it. So we're a little short there, and we haven't beaten the gang leader yet. And how we do that is that we take on missions, and these beige kind of looking ones are just regular missions that get you some money and have indicating of the quest name, the info, the grade, and the reward. Now, I'm not going to take any of these yet, because if we pick one of these and an adventurer comes, our cheapie's not going to be able to defend himself and the devil's room at the same time, which is bad, because any heroes that make it past all the tenants will steal some of our money, and sometimes they steal a lot of money. The red ones are story quests, and there are two others, where the green ones unlock new monsters, and the yellow ones unlock new items to put into your rooms. Right now, by default, we always have the none one in progress, and that means just random heroes and random adventurers will come by and see what's up in our place here. So I'm going to speed up time just a little bit here, because I want to look and see if we can hire anybody else. Okay, so we have a waterman here. Her name is Repella, and she is a water elemental, basically. She has a ranged attack and is better suited behind lines, so we'll also let in Pulinen here. Now, I'm going to try doing a tactic here that I'm not used to doing, which is involving demons. And if we go to our tenant room here and go up to the bestiary, which has a catalog of all the ones we have unlocked right now, the only demon that we have are these guys. Demons are suspicious of the devil. These denizens of evil love the darkness and hate demi-humans. So if I hire a demon, I would not want a demi-human in the apartment, because then they would fight, and vice versa. And their respect for the devil increases each time a resident dies. However, they get bored when the dying stops, which means that they lose interest. So something important to do with these guys is that we need to make sure that there are tenants dying a lot in our endeavors here. So what we want to do is that these guys hate cheap furniture, so we need to upgrade our housing a little bit, and I have 1,000, so I can probably upgrade it a little bit here. So we're going to go ahead and boost our stuff up just a little bit here by spending some money. buy any of this? Yes, I can. Okay, so we upgraded it just a little bit here, and we're gonna see if we get a demon that'll move in to check it out. Gonna speed up time here to have him run back and forth, have some guys check the place out. And here comes a demon, so we'll see if he wants to move in or not. Does he? He does! Cool. So the tactic here is that I'm gonna go ahead and let the cheapie actually basically be lamb to the slaughter so that A and Yam here will be happy. So what we do now, let's see, is everybody here? Sometimes the guys are out working, and that's what makes it hard, is that if we pick a mission at a bad time, especially in these low levels where we don't have any tenants, then we're all gonna die and we're all gonna lose. But I think we're okay here, so I'm actually gonna look really quick at our tenants and check their stats. So Chunyun here, melee fighter, 6 attack, 3 physical defense, 2 magical defense, and has full on health and has no job. So, going on to Pulanin here, who's an extra. Oh, okay, the room's too hot. Can I buy? Yes, I can. I can buy an electric fan to make him happy, and this way they won't get sick either. So he's a medium-range fighter with magic. Has 3 defense against physical, 8 defense against magic. A little bit different here for Rapella. She has 1 in physical defense, but the same everywhere else. Oh, she actually has 17 in magic attack. But she says the room is too hot, drip. So if I buy her something to cool down the room, she'll be happier, and she won't get sick as easily. The ones that usually involve temperature control can usually get sick if it's too hot or too cold in the room. And also by buying these things, I can increase their satisfaction, which makes them stronger and more willing to live here and fight for me. And I can also increase rent. So this guy doesn't have a problem with the room because I gave him all the basic amenities that he likes. He is a school counselor and has a medium magic attack, 3 physical defense, and 18 magic defense. So he's good against fighting other mages right now. And then these are little fishy people. I can't let them in yet, but I did play with the Abyssals at one point, and they were kind of fun to work with. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and go to Treasure Protection. Speed it up here. And every time an adventurer comes, we're going to get a big warning sign here. You'll see it any second now, I promise. I also love the musical soundtrack in this game. Okay, yep, here we go. There's the warning. Everything's slowed back down. It says, the racketeering club is approaching. And the son is amazingly surprised at what's going on. He's like, oh! Okay, so, send out the cheapie. And our demon isn't actually here, so I'm not going to let the cheapie die. Because he's not going to gain any benefit if he, I believe, if he isn't seen dying by the demon. So, and he's really weak, so he'll be fine for the next wave. And now the sun is all happy again, and we get the happy music again. But I want to make sure that this guy is here to notice when somebody dies. I don't know if that's how it works exactly, but I've never done a demon death tactic, as I'm calling it, where they gain satisfaction by watching guys die, and the only way I can figure I can do that is by getting cheapies, because cheapies are weak and have low standards. So they're like cannon fodder. I'm not too worried about losing them. The other guys, I'm kind of more worried about losing, but I always want to make sure... I might hope that the Pulanin and Rapella move in together, actually, because then I can open up this vacancy for another melee fighter, which is something I'd want to have to balance. Is you back yet? Yeah. Ainimon is back. So we're gonna knock on the door here, bring our guys out. Always send out the melee fighters first, have the ranged fighters pull up the back here. Gonna pull Chunyan back a little bit so that they can both attack. And there he goes. Okay. So he's gonna be appreciative of the fact that the cheapie died there, which is a cruel tactic, but like I said, I'm getting a whole bunch of cheapies, so should be fine. Now, hopefully we'll have another cheapie show up or something before the next wave is done, because... Ooh, a skeleton. Cool. These guys are hardy fighters. They have a high physical defense, so these guys will be great as tanks. Now, unfortunately, that means that he probably won't die as easy, but that's something I'm willing to forgive. For now, at least. Okay, so let me actually recheck this. The respect for devil increases each time a resident dies. Okay, so it has to be a tenant that dies. I was thinking if we keep doing quests and killing people, then won't they be happy? I don't know, but apparently that is not the case. And Creakin is... Oop, okay, here comes the big boss fight here with the unskilled thief. So we're sending our boys out. Oh, okay, and I have to pull him back just a little bit further here. Okay, that's good. The skeleton actually bought the farm, so he's gonna be even happier here. And this is a hard bet tactic because, like I said, I have never done a tactic like this before. So I think what we're gonna do is that we're gonna cut this up into little mission segments or big development sections. Okay, here's another sheepy. Hi, cheer girl. You're going to die soon. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna go ahead and pick Magic Lab, and then I'll do the main story quest, and then we'll call it a part, and then we'll move on from there. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit, wait for things to happen. Oh, cool. So Enium found a lover, which means that they can now live together, share rent, and have kids, which is cool because, as it says, children are... Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't buy you a fan. I actually feel, like, emotionally attached to some of these guys, because, like, when they have kids and their parents die, I'm like, oh, it's okay, you can live here for free until you get a job. And stuff like that. But I'm so happy when they have kids and things, too, like that. Okay, so here comes the Teen Witch Club. Send out both of our eyes. Push him back here. Make Sheepy run back here. Now, I do actually want him around for a second. Okay, she went down. So they're gonna duke it out here. And he actually has a pretty good defense going on here, so I think he's gonna win. I'm gonna speed it up just a little bit here. Alright, they were fine. So hopefully we'll get another tenant. There's no skeleton. The first room is basically going to be just the slaughterhouse room. So I'm not going to invest a whole lot in them there. Okay, round 2 or 3 is coming up. Here come more mages. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to try and pinch these guys in here. Because they are ranged units, they don't do well when fighting close range. Oh, she's going to die. But you know what, that's okay. I'm willing to take that one because then I can get another melee fighter in for this room. There we go. That worked out okay. So we got one more round left to go here. Gonna wait until somebody else moves in. Ooh, another cheapie. Cigarette butt collector. Well, the cheapies do love cigarette butts. Oh no, Rapella died of illness. That's not cool. Actually, since there's 2 of them here... Nah, I'm gonna go ahead and get another elemental. I'm sorry. Alright. Here comes another witch. Send out the ranged units. Okay, actually I'm gonna call them back and re-trap her. Send everybody out. Skeleton bought the farm. There we go. And with that quest complete, we get another cool 500. That's them making a kid, by the way. They're engaging in pillow talk, as the game likes to call it. Move him in. Okay, so we're gonna have a couple permanent residents, so let's try and see what we can do about making these guys happier where they live. So, this room rocks. I'm gonna go ahead and... Oh, can't raise the rent exactly. They don't need anything at the moment, so I don't know what to buy them. Oh, she needs a PC for work. Let's get her a desk... Can I buy her a graphing calculator? Will that work? That will work. Buy her a graphing calculator and she can play games on it. That is an awesome game, whatever she's playing. And then get them a happy tree and a wood bookshelf. It's kind of filling up to these guys' needs because I want these guys as happy as possible. So they say it rocks, so let's go ahead and increase the rent just a little bit. A little bit more. Okay. Once it goes to not half bad, I like to balance it out about there. And she's happy, so let's speed up the game process here a little bit more. Is everybody healthy? They are. So we're going to go ahead and do Monsters of the Village, and then we'll call this one an episode. So here we go. We're going to wait for our guys to show up. Here comes the Gossip Guild. And in the early levels, I love doing the trap tactic. So he went down pretty easy. Nobody died, which is fine. You know, I'm willing to have some not die in this case because I don't like being that cruel, but if it's a tactic, I'm willing to make it work. So here comes the village mob, which is just another farmer. Gonna speed up time again here. Gonna call her out. And then get the skeleton there. Haha! I tricked you. Okay, so hopefully we'll get another minion here. Don't want another minion of that. Don't want a minion of that. Don't want an abyssal. Actually, you know what? I might want an abyssal here. Let's go ahead and lower the rent for the abyssals, because they're not going to live very long, and they're stereotypically weak. But we'll move the GP in too. Not a big deal. And I'm not adhering to these guys' needs as much because I want them weak and I don't want them to survive as long because of these guys' requirements. When we build a second floor, I'll start being more concerned about that. So we have a mage. We're going to trap the mage with the melee fighters. If we can. Okay. I was dumb and everybody is currently out working. So Smooth Ella here might have to run away. Here's hoping she doesn't. Okay, she's now distracted. That's good. Whew, send her inside. Okay. And we're all right. That was pretty close. Smooth Ella almost ate it there, which would have been terrible. Where are you going? You're happy. Okay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and call this episode, and I will say like and subscribe if you guys enjoy the content here. I'm still working on some Mercenary Kings gameplay, which will be uploaded shortly as well, and I will see you guys in the next episode.